All right, folks,
Oh,
welcome back.
Welcome back.
Who the fuck are you? How does the news? The guy that's not even in the
So
Fed just.
professional. You're so professional when it comes back and it goes to break.
Is that an official Skype bomb? Is that
Yeah,
what they
what
call
is
it?
that? What do we? Eric, quit acting like you're fucking new. Whose show are you on? What? This isn't like
This is the Eric Show. Welcome to the Eric Show.
Oh fuck. You get all cocky when your kids go to bed. Holy fuck.
Yeah, they went to bed.
All right, shut the fuck up. All right, Ben, you ready?
yeah.
All right, me and Ben are going Chili Willy number 2. I am going with Jorge Cuervo. Ben, what are you going with?
McCormick fucking cheap vodka.
Dude, that is so gay. That's like tastes like cardboard when you drink it.
You got that at the dollar store. Chill out.
Well, once I get your $200 for not working on Defiance, I'll buy the fucking Grey Goose or something. Let's do this shit.
Touche. Well played, sir. Get you a little Mr. Belvedere or something.
Well played.
Are we doing this? Let's do
Yes,
it.
we're fucking doing
All right,
it. You ready?
get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
Lee just fell down.
Are you on video? Because I'm not seeing video.
No, there's no video. It'll be
There
posted.
should be
later.
video, though. Because it's all bullshit. If there's no video, it's all bullshit.
Well, I'm
Ben?
Oh, there's a
sure that
video, motherfucker. Wait till I upload it. Fuck. Oh, fuck.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's not on video. Where's Mike at?
Oh,
I'm right here.
stop.
He went to get
I did
tissues.
not partake in that second one.
I just wanted to make sure you were still alive.
No, I'm good.
Oh.
Mike Skype suicide.
I'm gonna be pissed if I'm the only one who actually did it.
No, how can I do it?
Oh.
Lee, you survived. The Cuervo can be pretty dangerous.
Will this
Yeah.
be our first barf on the whore?
No, it's not the first barf. Lee's barfed on the horse.
Might be the first time Lee ever cries on this one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I got that one. I think I'm tearing up.
Yeah, I know I've heard Sector throw up on it before.
Dude,
Nice.
Sector was laying on the ground crying on the horror before.
I can't feel my life.
Yeah.
I can't see anything.
Oh,
All right,
that's
let me watch
sucked.
this and make sure it looks okay.
That
I'm
sucked.
not I don't want to redo this.
That sucked, cock.
Oh,
All right.
where the fuck did he say that?
All right, so War Games is coming up.
Hold on your top 10.
All right, America. You know what? Fuck that. Let's do best bets. Start running down the roster. Give me roster names.
Okay. Well, I gotta pull up the list
That's
here.
fine. Pull it up. Give me a minute.
Is this
Alright,
America's top 10 or what?
I got it up. I got it up already.
Nope, this is best bets. This is where you get anally raped by Lee Bast verbally.
It's the highlight of the year for a lot of people, and a lot of people, they really, really hate it.
Yeah, it's pretty
If you're
I
being
personally
anally
really like
raped
it.
by the best, Scotty would be
This
on.
will be the first year
to
Lee has
anally rape
anything
you.
bad to say about me. I always get mad because he never has anything bad to say about me, but there's just no way this year.
All right, ready?
Oh. Yeah.
Re-
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
first up is Maximilian Kale.
Max Kale. I have nothing bad to say about Max Kale. I think your role plays aren't as good as the old school Max Kale, but I also think that he's just coming back off a long layoff that they can get a lot better. Max Kale has a big show coming up, and I think we just can't lose sight of the end game of the Max Kale storyline that we started. And if the payoff isn't this week, it needs to be at the pay-per-view. Max Kale is best suited when he's around 100% of the time and all the time. Oh, fuck. HOW is always infinitely better when Max is around. And I will do whatever it takes to make sure Max is around. But when Max is around, I would like to make sure that Max is fully committed to the Fed. And right now it seems like he is. So I'm excited for the next pay-per-view period where Max is here from the get-go. Next.
Making the sign of the cross, I say Reese Townsend.
Reese Townsend is an emotional little fucking baby that would rather run to everybody else with his problems and coming to me and just asking me. He's got to be told by Rob Michaels, like, hey man, I got a problem. Lee, I just don't approve of this and I don't approve of that. Can you like help me out or at least tell me something? Or either that or he's just too fucking high all the time. I don't know.
Why
But-
don't you just really tell him how you really feel?
If
Dude, if you think
Reese,
that's bad, just
I mean, if you're
Wait,
gonna
hold
be
on.
scared about it,
hold on. Eric, you just need to like take a 20-second timeout or hang up on him. Reese is one of those dudes that whoever keeps adding him is a douchebag. America.
I can't add him. I'm not touching
It, has,
anything.
it says you added him.
No. All right.
On a side note, I don't know if I want to post this because I look really fucking stupid.
That's fine. Just do it. All right, Townsend as a role player and a match writer is a great asset to the Fed. But what I don't appreciate is anybody getting a mob mentality and threatening that they're going to leave the Fed because they don't approve of something and they get grouped in with the other people that actually have the balls and come to me and talk to me about the problems they have, and these guys just want to piggyback on those guys. That's when I have a fucking problem. You got a problem with a fake pretend wrestling Fed, come at me. Otherwise, I really don't give a fuck. I'll get fucking rid of you. I've had like 300 Reese Townsend in the fucking Fed before. I'll have 300 more after him. Yes, he's a good guy and he's a good asset, but he's fucking replaceable. Easy as that. Everybody is. I mean, right now, I lost a lot of respect for Reese. But he's a good match writer. He's a good role player. He's a good guy. But the way he went about this last week was pretty disappointing. So, yeah, fuck him right now.
Next Death Row champion. I'm just kidding.
There you go. There you go, Ben. There you go. Start writing down names, Ben. You get your little wish list together. All right, who's up next?
Scotty Wood.
Scotty Wood. I love Scotty Wood, dude. He does so much shit for the Fed, OC-wise. And I feel like I tear him a new asshole every time we do a whore, so I always feel like I gotta protect him after I kill him on the whore. And the one thing I have a problem with is Scotty Wood, Mike, America, Jay, Circle Jerk on Twitter.
What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, you've gotten better, but let's face it, for 17 out of 18 months, you were in there. My problem is that shit shows up on my site. The shit shows that we have a shitty OOC environment. I don't like that shit. So that's why I would mute Mike. Keep it off the Twitter feed. I told America, cold turkey, you either fucking stop it or you go back to fucking full-time role-playing. And me and America had plenty of conversations. So it's not like I just go at Mike. I've had go at Mike and America because let's face it, a lot of people go to Mike and America when they don't want to go to me. Because they don't want to fucking talk to me about problems. I'd rather go to talk to Mike, get his opinion, or go to America. I get that. So I hold those guys a little, and I'm a little tougher on them. Scotty Wood takes more shit more than anybody, but the motherfucker fans the flames more than anybody as well. So I always feel like it's a give and take with him. I gave him one show, free reign, my call on a secondary character. It ended up not being a secondary character, so it was my fault, not Scotty Wood's fault. Because if anybody could take the shit that Scotty Wood dealt on the last show, it should be Mike and Rob, the people that go over the fourth wall all the time, but also got the most butthurt over what Scotty Wood did. We ironed all that out. Scotty Wood's not going anywhere. Scotty Wood's a Hall of Famer for a reason. The dude fucking puts out matches, fucking role plays, open for anything. His character's been fucking put down and put through the ringer more than anybody's character in the history of this fucking Fed. Scotty was taking more abuse than anybody. So if I fucking protect his ass OC-wise, so be it. I like the motherfucker, and I'm in a fucking Fed, and I'm trying to have fun, so I'm going to surround my people with people I like. I like Scotty Wood. I enjoy the dude. I think we have a good time. He's easy to work with. I could give a fuck shit about anybody else that, you know, comes and goes, bottom of the fucking Fed. You know, we always have a bottom 10% that always come and go. I don't give a fuck about them. They're going to come and go. Every once in a while we get a lifer. And they'll stick around. And I'll try to make them stick around. Scotty Wood's a lifer. And he's been put through more shit than anybody, and the dude still sticks around. So I got utmost respect for Scotty Wood. I'm the dude that's probably giving the most shit out of anybody. So, that's my, that's next. Who's next?
Kostoff.
Kostoff, you old fuck. I fucked your wife. Who's next?
Silent witness.
Witness. It's awesome to see him back fully. He actually is. His role plays are always at the top, and I know I haven't done stats in 3 weeks, but he's been up there this last 3 weeks, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's the wrestler of the month for May. The dude puts out some good shit. He's doing good fucking segments. Overall, he's good OOC. He's never a problem. He always offers solutions to a problem. He doesn't offer up the problem. If he comes at you with a problem, he'll offer, he's not the problem, he's the solution to a problem. A lot of people are just like, I don't like this, I don't like that. Well, fucking give me something to, give me a solution. Don't become part of the problem. Witness has been with me probably since 03, so utmost respect for Witness. Who's next?
Jace.
Jace, another one that got tied up in the mob mentality the other night. I thought he was a lifer. Obviously, he's not. Great role player. His RPs have got a little stagnant, and his RP scores will show that. It's got a little. You need to switch some shit up.
Now I need to face him. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and the whole thing with whatever I just said about Reese, you can put it to Jace. You got a problem? Come at me. Don't fucking be threatened to quit through 2 other people. You got a problem? Say something to me. Don't be a little pussy and fucking saying, well, I'll quit if you quit. If you guys are leaving, I'll fucking leave. And then I got 5 people that are going to fucking quit on you, Lee, if you don't fucking do. Well, you know what? Fucking Scottywood ain't going nowhere. You got a problem. Let's talk about it. Mike and Rob had a problem. They came at me. We talked about it. We ironed it out. I talked to Scottywood. Done and over with. Reese and Jace were the 2 little ballless motherfuckers in the background and didn't want to do shit, along with Ward. So, fuck them. Who's next?
Skipping over Duck and going to Shane.
Shane has turned a corner. He's still emo, but not as quite emo. He's actually been open to a lot of ideas, and he's actually got a good storyline going. He's been following up on it. I just wish the motherfucker would, when he has changes to his ideas, he wouldn't hit me up on Thursday morning. You gotta fucking change your fucking storyline, or I don't want to do this segment, or I got this segment, can I do this? Do it on a fucking Monday, a Tuesday, maybe the day before the show, not the day of. But I've always said, I'd rather have 100 Shanes than no one else, because Shane puts out 500 PMs, tries to work with everybody. Some people don't want to work with him, but at least the motherfucker tries. A lot of people don't even try. This motherfucker always has at least attempts to work with everybody. Some people don't want to. I'll be honest, some of his shit's just fucking annoying the way he does this shit, but he's always trying, and I respect that. Who's up next?
Evan Ward.
I need a drink. C. Reese and C. Jace. Next.
Danucci.
I got a lot of respect for Rob. Rob, if he has an issue, we'll come at him with it. But for Rob to fucking say he was going to quit over what Scotty did was bullshit. For someone that rapes the 4th wall as much as he does, to have somebody bitch about someone taking something that someone did over the 4th wall, I thought was kind of petty. But I talked to Rob, we talked about it, ironed out. Some people just don't fucking click, so be it. Like Kostov said earlier in the show, not everybody's going to get along. It's a fake pretend wrestling fed. We're not all going out to fucking the show or the fucking dinner after we do a show. Not everybody's going to get along. I get it. Some people just won't be able to work feuds and storylines together, but that doesn't mean that neither one of them should be in the Fed. Rob has his place in the Fed, Scottywood has his place in the Fed, and so does Mike. I respect people more when they come at me and tell me there's a big pile of shit in my front yard, instead of those motherfuckers that come up to me every week and say, oh man, your yard's beautiful, it's beautiful, your shows are awesome all the time, blah, blah. I'd rather know what we're not doing right so I can fix it and make the show better and make the Fed better. But the motherfuckers that have no balls and sit in the background and just do the little mob mentality, you guys can fuck off. Who's next?
We should
Austin
have dinner.
Reeves.
Who said what and what did they say?
Oh, I wish we could have dinner after a show.
That would be awesome. I would love to do a meet and greet. But then I think after we met each other, a lot of people would not be able to type afterwards.
Hello, I'm coming up to Chicago in July.
Dude, we can do Wrigleyville. I can show you CM Punk's haunting grounds.
While you were gone, we decided that since America doesn't drink, smoke, do drugs, anything, he's CM Punk, and the CM stands for Christian Mingle.
That was probably the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That will be a banner, or at least a commercial.
All right.
Austin Reeves was next.
All right. Hold on. Eric is quite butthurt that he got kicked off his first tour, so I'm gonna bring him back real quick.
Oh, speaking of Eric, who's Eric again? I'm drunk.
Eric, you there, buddy?
Yeah.
All right. I had to put you in timeout for a minute as I'm doing my roster review.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
It's all good. All right.
Hey,
So
Eric, check your Twitter feed when you get a chance.
he's got videos of the Chili Willies.
No,
All right.
no, it's different. But yeah,
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
Yeah. All right, America, who's next?
Austin Reeves.
All right, Austin Reeves. Great storyline with Kostov going. I feel like they both dropped the ball last couple weeks. Kostov curb stomped your fucking character, and you want to come back on the next show. I'm pretty sure you should probably be in the hospital for 2 to 3 weeks, and you should probably be doing better role plays. You have tons of ammo. But I'm going to tell you what, Austin Reeves come a long way from when he debuted in HOW. And
Jimmy Thunder.
Jimmy Thunder, yeah, exactly. So I think
Ugh.
Austin Reeves is one of those dudes that I think is going to has his best shit coming forward. And it's just a matter of, sticking around and finding the right feuds. So, all right, who's next?
David Black.
Black. I will get him on a whore. One day I will get him on a motherfucking whore, and Mike Best will send me a fucking flowers and candy and say thank you. David Black will be on the fucking whore. David Black is the most consistent role player. He has never asked for a break in probably the 5 or 6 years that I've known him, but albeit at HOW and other feds. David Black's... I can't say enough good shit about David Black. I mean, he's tried every little thing you could do with a character to switch it up, and every time he does something that doesn't work, he sees the feedback, he changes it. That's what you're supposed to do. If it ain't getting over, fucking change your shit. And he always does, and he always comes out on top, and he always is underrated, underappreciated, and always finds his way into a match. The motherfuckers in War Games, you guys better fucking watch out.
David Black, you could always change your style so that you lose to me eventually. Just
Yeah.
one time.
Yeah.
In the next 3 years, please.
Yeah. How many years has it been since you beat him?
I beat him in our first match and never since.
When was the first match?
Like 09.
So he's a tough one to crack. I think I have an even record with him. He's beaten me once, and I've beaten him once.
He's tough, dude, and he's easy to work with too. I know he gets slack because he doesn't post full out feedback sometimes. He's not on the whore because he's in Australia. He's on a totally different time zone, so it kind of fucks him up from doing the OOC shit that we do. But he's one of the most consistent guys. If you look at the stats, he's had the most matches, or he's up there in the most matches for every year that we've had the Fed since the restart in 07. So, all right, who's next?
Tara.
Tara, I wish she would do more segments because role playing is very solid, but she doesn't do dick for segments. It's hard for her to get over. So right now I view her as a mid to low talent, but her role playing is probably mid to upper card. But because she doesn't do segments, it's hard for her to get her over. Anybody that's ever been in HOW will tell you wins and losses don't mean shit. But if you can do a good segment and work well with somebody else and get a good storyline and feud going, you'll go a lot farther than you would if you won like 8 matches in a row. So
True.
I encourage her to do more segments. All right, who's next? America.
John Sector is next.
Did America bail on me?
No, I think
I'm here.
so there's
I'm here.
All right.
John Sector.
All right, Sector.
sorting his crack.
Sector, if the motherfucker didn't flake at the last pay-per-view, I think he'd be near the top of the card, but because he did, and he had a shitty showing against David Black to get into the War Games match, right now he's got a lot of things to make up, but he's one of my favorite dudes OOC-wise. Just in character-wise and as a handler and role-playing-wise, he's dropped the ball. He's got a lot of things to make up. But it's early in the year. I mean, who's to say, where he'll be at Iconic, but right now, he's at the bottom of the card, and he's got to work his way to get on the card, and that's where he belongs. So, all right, who's next?
Skipping O'Neal, Thomas, and FaZe to Jack Nemesis.
Who? What? Huh? Next.
Okay, Southern Comfort.
Varga. His RP sucked dick as Soko. They're so short. Varga was so much better as a heat magnet. I need
Yeah,
to.
Soko it just kind of fell flat.
Yeah, well, you know what? And he's won some matches as Soko, but I think he's like holding back or he's trying to figure out the characters. I don't know what. But Varga is such a creative motherfucker that he's an asset when he's in the Fed. I know some people didn't like him, whatever, but the dude's heat and the dude's creative, and the dude always shows up when he's booked, and he's never a problem OC wise. I mean, to me anyway. So I like the dude. I'm gonna keep him in the Fed. We'll see how Soko turns out. But so far, Soko, his Southern Comfort team is not that great. But who's to say they won't be? But right now, they're just not that good. All right, who's next?
Ace.
Ace, showing motherfucker. Next.
Wait, can I say something real quick about Ace?
No, you can't. Next.
Johnny Legend. Next.
Legend.
Tool bag. Next.
Legend had a dream. It was a pay-per-view. It never aired. Legend, I will be very interested to see what Legend does between now and the Bottom Line pay-per-view. Because me and Ben talked earlier, and there's a great storyline in place. We'll just see if Ben actually has time to commit to HOW while he's doing his death row. And hopefully me and Ben can work something out where Lee Best and Mike Best and Max Best are the investors for death row, and we run a wicked storyline through the summer with a bunch of other shit. But as far as Johnny Legend goes, it's going to be huge. Whatever the next segment is, Ben, and whenever it airs, it's got to be strong, and it's got to be huge because that sets up the next fucking 6 months probably for the character.
Well, I got Mike to okay me using his character without him knowing what's going on. So
Awesome. We're good to go then. All right, who's next, America?
Daddy Mac. Okay, moving on.
Hold on. The dude's awesome. I love Mac. He's a great guy. He will never no-show. I will give you that. He will never no-show, but his RPs aren't even close to what they used to be. But the dude doesn't no-show, and I know with America having to go on his vacay kind of killed Mac's little storyline there the last couple weeks, so hopefully that will pick up. But Mac's consistent, and I can count on him not to no-show. I can't say that about a lot of other people, so. All right, who's next?
Next up is the House of Pain.
Next.
Next is
Those
the
fucking.
Peacekeepers.
I'll tell you what, Ben. If they no show in HOW and they show up in Death Row, I'm going to fucking annihilate them on HOW show. So when they show up in Death Row, they're gonna have their dick sucked by a calf, and they'll probably be legless. So I hope you play that off on your show.
Oh, well, they're showing up in Death Row on Wednesday, so I'm just saying.
All
That's
right,
already submitted.
I saw
Legends
that at the
Wrestler
Death
is
Row
a
site
great
the other
gimmick.
day. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Who's next?
The Peacekeepers.
All right. Group all the tag teams together, roll them in the motherfucking ball, and say, Mario Morocco, get these motherfuckers going. If they're not going to fucking work, I'm going to fire every single fucking one of them. I don't give a fuck. I will send them all to Ben. Ben can have a 30 fucking tag team division. I don't give a fuck.
I think you
Mario,
got the lady
get
killers
the-
from that.
No, I wouldn't. That's Spooky Butter. If any reason I can get Spooky Butter out of the Fed, I'm going to do it.
What the
Get
hell?
them all.
That's Spooky Butter?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Fire him.
That's Spooky Butter.
Whoa,
I
whoa,
thought
whoa,
this
whoa,
guy
whoa,
never
whoa!
been
Harry
in the Fed
Potter
before.
got back into the Fed?
Yes, he's the Peacekeepers.
Oh no, I'm talking. I said the lady killers.
He's the Peacekeepers.
Lady
Sorry.
killers are the ones who constantly on Twitter, constantly putting up segments, even though they're short. Just
Yeah.
one first match.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm rolling them in. I haven't seen a news post. I haven't seen... Mario's in charge of the tag team division. Lump all the tag teams together.
Oh, I gotcha. It's because of Mario, not because of the.
Yes.
Okay.
Who's next?
Skipping Ortega to Cool Cancer Giles.
Fag, next.
Is X still even a part of this Fed?
Yes, he wants to be the Brooklyn Brother of HOW. So I'm like, hey, after War Games, I will allow you to be that.
Who is that?
Alexander Hayes, the one that has the teddy bear with the head ripped off.
Huh.
Yeah, exactly. He wants to be the Brooklyn Brawler of HOW, and I'm like, okay, if you want to be that, that's fine. Next.
Gino Giordano.
So many places to go, so few time. All right, next.
Quake.
Soon to be fired. Next.
Yuri is fired.
Yes.
Mike Best.
Mike, you emotional douchebag, you. Mike is definitely in my top 10. I love Mike. I wouldn't have gotten him a job in my real life world if I didn't like the dude. But the dude overreacts. Even yesterday, I shoot him a tweet. I'm like, dude, call me or your job's in jeopardy. It's because our deadline got moved up by a week. I mean, no one's going to get that, but Mike does. And Mike's like, what over E-Fed shit? What the fuck? Yeah, I'm like, dude, just reread the tweet and call me. Fuck. Mike is very emotional and loves Scotty Wood. I don't care what he says because these motherfuckers keep telling me they're going to go cold turkey and they can't. He's like, I see Scotty Wood and I can't help it. I know he's out there. I block him and I know he's posting something, so I got to look and then I got to reply. What Mike does for the Fed graphically, match writing, and RP-wise, even though I got a problem with Mike putting sandbagging and other fourth wall bullshit in his RP titles because that reflects bad on the Fed, and I've told him that. All the shit he does with the written word and graphic-wise is top-notch. I mean, Mike's one of those guys that I wouldn't want to lose. But I think he does overreact. He gets emotional, and if he would just come to me, and sometimes I'm like, dude, I just don't want to talk to you tonight. I fucking block you. I'll mute you. I'll talk to you tomorrow because I could be the same way. And if me and him are like the same way, and you get two guys butting heads, one of us is gonna fucking bail and be pissed off. It's better just to wait the next day to iron shit out. That shows me A, he gives a fuck about the Fed, so that's a plus. Some people just don't give a fuck. Mike gives a fuck about HOW. That's a big plus. So any problem that we've ever had, we've been able to work out. Problem is, Mike can fucking have Reese Townsend and Jace Davidson listening to every word he says, and they want to jump on the bandwagon and ride along, even though they can't even form their own fucking opinion because they're two ballless douchebags. So they'll have Mike or Rob come to me and say, you need to talk to these guys. They're going to have a problem. They're going to be 5 of us, 6 of us are going to quit, man. They're going to quit. Fuck off. Grow some balls, like Mike and Rob does. Come and talk to me. Mike's never had a problem, but some nights I just tell Mike, wait till tomorrow, or I'll mute you and I'll talk to you tomorrow, or I'll mute you because I don't want your shit to show up on my fucking site. Because we're always gonna have people that quit, and I always want to get new people in the Fed. If I have a Twitter feed full of OC bullshit, that's bad. If I have role plays, because let's face it, when new people go to the site, what do they look at? They're going to look at the OC environment, and they're gonna look at role plays. Because they want to see what the competition's like. See if they're like a small fish from a small pond. They're going to come here and they're going to kill shit. Then they read the role plays and they're like, oh, fuck, I don't want to be here. But if they come and read the role plays and they see Scotty Wood's going to sandbag here in the last 3 minutes, that doesn't look good. And that's the only time I've ever had problem with Mike is I joke about the locker room leader bullshit, and it is a play on words, but legitimately, and Mike, you know this, we talked about it, people will literally go to Mike in America before they go to me with problems. And that's part of it. And if Mike and me are on the same page, shit gets worked out. If we're not on the same page, you get mob mentality and people want to throw their arms up and occupy fucking high-octane wrestling. Whatever. But
we need to have hashtag Occupy How.
yes, we do. Someone get that trending ASAP. All right, who's next?
Me.
I am very afraid that America is going to be so pussy whipped by this whore in Missouri that I am going to lose him to this vagina, and then I'm going to see him in 6 months, and it's going to end like that. So I'm worried that I'm going to be losing America. America hasn't posted any news and sent me any expense reports in like 3 weeks. And he's always on vacay for a week. So you're already fucking slipping. So I'm worried about you.
No comment.
Exactly. Yes, I'm worried about America. Yeah. All right, who's next?
Mario.
My favorite. I've been waiting for this one. I'm so glad it's last.
Mario.
I already talked about Mario. We can skip him.
That's it.
Mario already knows. Mario needs to step the fuck up. His tag division is shit right now. There's been no segments, no news postings. The only segments that feature Mario are been about Mario and himself, about AOA. I told Mario the tag division is going to live and die by you. I am not getting involved at all. I am not going to help it, and I'm not going to hurt it. It's either going to live or die by him. Right now, it's dying. We'll see what happens at War Games. Otherwise, I'm going to flush that and the HOC title down the fucking toilet and send it off to Ben. Ben can fucking have all the guys that are going to leave HOW tonight and go over to his Fed. They can use the titles. They can get over. It'll be greatness. Whatever. But fuck the tag division right now, and fuck you ballless motherfuckers. A.K.A. Ward, Townsend, and Jace. Who's next? Anybody?
That was nice.
No.
If it's Ward, Townsend, and Jace, then my War Games chances are greatly increased.
And that is why you're a Hall of Famer right there. That is why. All right, America. As my number 2, feel free. You don't have to go through everybody, but you gotta put your little balls on now. Ask for the chick from the Show Me State girl to give them back to you for a minute, and give your thoughts on who needs to step up, who's dropping the ball, whatever. It doesn't have to be everybody, but just initial thoughts on the roster. Why fucking puke into my bottle?
Everybody needs to step up. War Games is lackluster this year. I don't know why. It's combined effort. It's myself included. It just doesn't feel big. I don't know if it's due to the shifting allegiances. I don't know if it's due to the fact that it's not Team BA versus, Team Ground Zero versus Team whatever. I just feel that we could all have made this bigger. I'm hoping that the RPs for War Games will reflect that to help give it that big match feel. If anybody, and anybody that had, I should say this, anybody that came to me and has talked to me about stuff that is wrong in HOW knows that I give out the same damn response every time. Did you talk to Lee?
All you gotta do is ask me. You got a problem? Hey, guess what? Hey, here, I'm raising my hands right now and I'm waving. Hey, owner here, founder here. Hey, been doing it for 10 years here. Hey, you got a problem? Say something. If not, get the fuck out.
Because
I've had 955 handlers since 2002. Do I really give a fuck about somebody? Just because you write matches, summarize matches, you think I can't replace you? You write summarize fucking matches. I can replace that. I don't write matches because I can delegate. I can go back to writing matches. I used to write the whole fucking show, full out matches. That's no problem, man. I'm done with school. I can do that shit again. If I have to do that to get rid of some people that are making it a job for me, I'll get rid of your fucking ass. I don't give a fuck that you can summarize a fucking match. You're not worth a fuck to me because you can summarize a fucking match. You're taking the fun away. If you're taking away the fun from me, fuck you. But I'm going to keep the people around me that make it fun for me. Scottywood makes it fun for me. I give him the most shit, but Scottywood makes it easier for me, and it's fun. I have a good time with Scottywood. Max is the same way. Max can come and go as he pleases. Max, I've never had a problem with Max. Fucking Mike, I have problems with, but we iron it out. But I tell Mike all the time, I don't want him to leave. But I'll tell him right now, if you don't like it, just fucking quit, because I don't want to do the whole circle jerk every fucking week. America, I told him one time, like, dude, you got to quit this shit with Scottywood and Mike on Twitter. He went cold turkey. He can do it. Fine. But I can replace everybody. Everybody. The only person that's been with me from the get-go is Kostoff. Everybody else has come and gone. The first era didn't have these guys here, and the first era was more competitive than this era was. This era has nobody from the old era except for Kostoff. So, I mean, I can replace... Obviously, both eras have been replaced. I can replace everybody. I can get it down to fucking 3 people, and we can fucking redo it. And I can get a bunch of people from other feds, and we can fucking do... We can do a restart of storylines and feuds, title, feuds, whatever. It can be done. It's no big deal. I am married now with 2 kids. I am not in here to do a job. I'm here to have fucking fun, get away from the real life bullshit, stress from fucking having an autistic kid and newborn. All that bullshit goes away when I do HOW shit. If I gotta go and do a HOW shit and then argue about a booking or this or that, I mean, I don't want to hear it. Some days I just want to say, oh, fuck all you guys. I don't want to do it then. I'll just unplug. That's my problem with people when it comes to a fake pretend wrestling fed. Just shut the fuck up and have fun. If you're not having fun, go find another Fed. Start your own fucking Fed. Join Death Row. Go. There's a couple other good Feds out there. Go join them. I don't give a fuck. If you don't want to be in my Fed, I don't give a fuck. Go somewhere else. I can get other people. Does that mean I want to lose everybody? No, of course I don't. I actually enjoy a lot of the people that are here, and I get along with it. But the fact of the matter is, if I gotta worry, I gotta step on eggshells because I might hurt someone's feelings about a fake wrestler that's on paper, or not even on paper, it's on the screen, and no one's that legitimately getting hurt, and I gotta worry about your feelings, that's not fun for me. My fun is fucking always been in HOW. Lead best characters always fuck people over, swerve the roster, and hold people accountable for being douchebags. If I can't do that, it's not fun for me. I don't roleplay anymore. For me, there's a certain level of fun in this hobby, and having people in this Fed that make it a job for me ain't gonna fly anymore. It's really not. Because while I was in classes the last 4 or 5 months, America and Scotty Wood and the other match writers are holding a lot of the load for me. America especially. Scotty Wood especially. So, that ain't gonna fly no more.
And I just want to say that I have no problem hearing people out. It's just I honestly I have no power to change anything. I really don't. I can't do anything.
Like somebody asked me about why the fuck you favorite Scotty Wood, and he's like, why was he War Games captain? The motherfucker paid $150 to be War Games captain. America paid last year to own this year's War Games. That's how we're paying for hosting. That's how we paid for the fucking site that we got. There's no way I'm going to let someone pay for a win. Like, fucking, who was it? Lady Killers PM me. Hey, can I buy a win? No, you can't buy it. We're a fucking roleplay Fed.
That really happened?
Yeah, they really PM me and asked me if they could pay for a win. No, motherfucker, you got to roleplay, and if you win, you win. You lose, you lose.
I mean, I guess you put Lee Best can be bought in the rules somebody's going to ask, but it's still funny.
I know, but I mean, all the other shit, I got to be creative as I can to make sure that we always have money to pay for. We pay $50 a month right now for our own server. We paid over 1,000. We paid 4 digits for the site we're on. There's a lot of shit that we paid for, and it's you know, if I can get someone to pay $150 to be a War Games captain, who was the number 2 or number 1 ranked wrestler RP wise anyway for the whole year, well, fucking duh, I'm gonna fucking do it. Mike Best wanted to fucking bid on the War Games thing, and I put $50 in from him because Mike didn't have the cash. He was in between my job, you know, working projects for me. There's certain people in the Fed that always have cake. I always ask certain people if they have cake, if they want to be part of the auctions and other shit, put in for petty cash, I reward them with shit. Scotty would put money in, got War Games captain. I don't play fucking favorites. That's one thing that pisses me off. I play favorites, then fucking everybody. Max Kale would have won every match that he had this year that he came back in.
Keep in mind, I also got my eyes stabbed out, so.
Yes, and then, you know.
Paul Paris would have never been world champion.
And Paul Paris would never won a fucking match because I hate that motherfucker. But he won a gauntlet, a world title gauntlet. I don't play favorites, dude. The whole thing about HOW for 10 years has always been, you know, if when you roleplay, the roleplays are gonna, your match is gonna reflect the roleplays. And Mike had a problem with this week, and he's like, "Hey, dude, I did 5 roleplays, and my character got destroyed." I'm like, "Well, your character's a secondary character, and the guy he's facing is a War Games captain. I booked it so you're at the end of the game, you're gonna be the world title. You're gonna win the HOC title. You won the match RP wise." I got to book it in a way that saves Scotty Wood's character face because he's War Games captain when we're 2 weeks out. If I would have known Mike was planning on making Gino a fucking full-time character, would I have done that? No. And I told that Mike. I told that to Mike. And if it was Mike Best versus Scotty Wood, that would never happen. The matches always reflect the role plays. Unless they're secondary characters, then we always get creative with the booking of how you get from point A, which is the start of the match, to point B, which is the finish of the match, which is always determined by the role plays, which Mike, as Gino, won, but I got creative in between A and B, and it rubbed a few people the wrong way. That's on me. That ain't on fucking Scotty Wood. That's on me. You got a problem? Come to fucking me. Don't fucking go to Mike and Rob and tell them that, well, I'll quit if you quit. We should all quit. We go to... And then Ben's over there licking his fucking chops like, I got 25 new guys for Death Row tonight. Fuck yeah. Fuck all yeah. Like, goddamn.
Probably what would have happened too. Sorry, Ben.
But That's my whole point, dude. Look, I'm in it to have fun, and we've always had fun. People get pissed off when they lose. Let's face it, it's competitive riding. You're gonna get mad when you lose. You're gonna get upset. But if you ever have a problem, you come to me. Mike came to me. Rob came to me. We talked about it. We ironed it out. It was
There's
my
like
call.
4 guys ever who've told me they don't care about wins who I actually believe.
I'll tell you right now, Kostoff has the worst winning percentage of all time in HW.
Oh yeah, Kostov and Max Kale are 2 of them.
Max and Kostoff will tell you, dude, look at the stats of the site. Kostoff has the worst win percentage of all time. Has his character ever been, like, do you look at him as a jobber? Fuck no. It doesn't matter. Wins and losses don't matter in HOW. It's a story. It's always been the story.
Well, I care about wins.
Dude,
I
trust
never would have guessed you did, America.
me. America, if America loses to David Black, I do not book him the next week. I give him the week off.
It's anytime I lose a title or lose to the Black, I'm done for a week.
I'll tell you what, the next time you have to face Black, I'll write your RPs. And the next time I have to fight Shane Reynolds, you write the RPs.
Good, because I have a winning record over Shane.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I've only lost to Black once. For whatever reason, there's just
Yeah.
guys who...
The first time Mario won the Icon title, I took it from him the next week, and he wouldn't talk to me
7
for a
days.
week.
Yeah, 7 days. 7 days. And you guys got to remember, I'm letting these arena owners book the undercards. That 1 week, Mike was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Dude, America and Mario legit booked that whole show. I was gone. I let them book it. Whatever. I gotta be able to trust the guys. Dude, at the end of the day, you're writing, and I know it's competitive. No one wants to lose, but you're gonna fucking lose, and you're gonna win. Who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, what you want to do is you want to have people that show up, work good with other people, have a storyline. If you don't work with someone, if you don't get along with somebody, you don't do a storyline with. You don't feud with them. Who gives a fuck? Keep going. That doesn't mean I'm gonna fucking get rid of somebody because you don't like them. Well, they wouldn't be in the Fed if I didn't like them. I'm gonna surround myself with people that I like, I get along with. Bottom line, I don't care if I have 12 wrestlers. We've had fucking 18. We've had fucking 64 back in the day when we did the roster split. I don't give a fuck how many people I got. I'll adjust. We went to a 3-hour show because we had a bunch of people with the tag team division. If I gotta go back to a 2-hour show and we have fucking 18 to 20 people, I'll do it because we'll have fun. I'm not in it to make it a job. As soon as it makes a job, I'll close the motherfucker, and Ben will have 40 new handlers. That'll be fine. But I hope everybody understands where I'm coming from. Anybody have any questions about anything I just said in the last 20 minutes?
That makes sense.
All sounds good to me. Shit. I don't care if I win or lose.
No, and Legend was undefeated because he was facing jobbers for like 19 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad you didn't keep me facing jobbers. What the
I know, dude. You know what I do miss about wrestling, dude, is the old school booking. You always had the heel monster just destroy jobbers up to the pay-per-view, face the big boy face, and they would face off at the pay-per-view. Now you get all these free matches on TV. No one gives a fuck about pay-per-views anymore.
Well, they're short matches that should be long matches, so they're good enough that they're awesome. But they're too short to begin with, and then they just end up burying everybody.
Well, the thing is that they've gotten the idea that they have to have name value every match, otherwise people won't watch it. The problem is that people actually like watching squashes.
Yes. Look at if you would have had the build for WrestleMania where Sheamus is beating whoever the fuck he wants, and you just had Daniel Bryan making all these fucking jobbers submit with like in a minute, and then you had this fucking big boy WrestleMania match instead of the 18-second squash because you wanted to shock somebody at the beginning, that would have been huge. And now they're, obviously they're paying him back with the feud that he's doing with CM Punk, but they're watering down with Kane just to buy time. But there's something to old school booking, dude. And we can't do it in RP Fed. You're either going to win or you're going to lose. The main thing is, and I've always said this in HOW, you will get over more if you do segments. Nobody gives a fuck about your wins or losses.
I know more about the Lady Killers than I do about Tara Michaels Davidson, and thus give more of a fuck about the Lady Killers than I do Tara Michaels Davidson.
You
Just
shut your
'cause-
whore mouth.
Max, what are your thoughts, man? You've been with me for a while now. What are your thoughts about the state of HW right now? What do you think is a Hall of Famer that the current roster, I should say?
It definitely has a different feel to it. When I first joined HOW, it was like the third era.
Yeah, yeah,
And the feel of HOW was a lot different. It was a lot, I don't know, much more. I don't know, it just had a different feel. Every incarnation of HOW has a different feel. When I joined, it was very much, you had a much more interesting spectrum of characters. Between like the Best Alliance was completely radically different. It was a lot more ethnically diverse.
yes,
Um,
yes.
But it still had the rawness that is high octane wrestling, which is the very raw, very aggressive style. The new era seems very much I don't know, very all the characters strike me as very professional. They're all very like we wear business suits when we're not in the ring. That's just how I interpret it a lot of the time, or very clean cut at least. Bad people, but very clean cut. Um, so for me, that's why I drive Max to being the opposite of that right now, as best I can. But it's also a lot more hyper competitive. I've noticed. Whenever I'm in chats with people, it always seems like people get angry at the results. And I just remember back in the day, everyone was like, "Wow, that was amazing," or "Oh, that was an amazing segment." Even when we started this era of HOW, back when we had Alcidama first showed up and he had a feud with Jason Isaacs, and we had me versus Shane, like very, very, very high competitive, but like everyone was, no matter what happened, everyone was really happy with what happened. And win, lose, or tie, it was still a really like intense show, and everyone it seemed like everyone worked together a lot better. This one's very hyper competitive. Everyone's looking for an edge somehow. I don't know if that's just the environment that it's spread into, or it's the handlers right now. Which has its own merits, but I definitely see it being very much more everyone's out to win, and the story in some cases strikes me as secondary.
Can I ask you a question, Max? Do you feel it's a selfish attitude?
Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah, I do feel that that this current time is very, very, very selfish in its approach. It's very, my wrestler is the better wrestler, and my segments reflect that I am better. It's just the clean cut. I am the best at what I do. Everyone in HOW is Wolverine.
Oh God, no!
Yeah.
Everybody is Neo. If you don't understand that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Why the fuck
And
did you bring up
everyone had-
Matrix?
Yeah,
See, I don't
everyone has,
necessarily agree with that.
I do. I totally, because you know what? I've seen every era of Mike, and just to be fair with you, I totally agree with that. Because I understand where Mike or Max coming from. Max hasn't seen every era, but he's been in the last couple, and I've seen it from the get go. So I think I have the best perspective here. Totally true. Because every chat recently or last 6 months, 8 months has always been, or the feedback has always been good stuff, good stuff. When then everybody starts nitpicking other stuff to put over their stuff. Look, my stuff was a little better. Why didn't you do this? Why'd you do this? My character shouldn't have done that. My character should have.
I don't know where you're getting that. I don't see a lot of that at all.
Oh,
I see people
dude.
nitpicking, but I don't see people nitpicking the way their characters were used. So I see it
Dude.
sometimes, and sometimes I agree with it, and sometimes I don't.
Ah,
no,
dude.
just even the chats though, just seeing the way people react to things, just like when Mario first posted something about tag teams, everyone feels upset about not wanting to be in a tag team. And
Yeah.
I don't think it's because they wouldn't be in Mario's tag team division. It's because I don't want to have my ability to win placed on somebody else when it should have been. How can we use the tag team division to build up our characters together?
I can't speak for anybody else, but I know the reason I didn't want to be in the tag team division was because I didn't think it was going to work, and I would have rather worked on single storyline stuff.
Well, that's selfish.
But see, anyone can be in a good tag division and still make it a good story for themselves and for somebody else. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well,
Tag
that's
team
exact
division-
point. That's the exact point he's making, Mike. Because like what you just said was, it's selfish for me, and I get that because you're as a handler, you're protective of your character. But if you guys want to talk about all this shit about HOW this, HOW that, you guys are all being fucking hypocrites. If all you're worried about is yourself, what's good for the Fed? You know.
Well, okay, but at the same time, you can't complain if people aren't getting war games over if we spent half the time in a tag team tournament, and that's most of the reason nobody wanted, like the people who complained most didn't want to be in it, was because we
No,
wanted to build war games and make war games
No,
awesome.
they didn't want to be part of the war. They didn't
Well,
want
like
to
I
be
said,
part
I
of the.
can't speak for everybody.
Yeah,
I can speak
okay.
for.
I'll tell you from what I've
5%.
heard and what people said to me, it wasn't because they were worried about a war games build. It wasn't because of that. That was fucking never said in terms of I don't want to be in the tag team tournament because I'm tired of teaming with Ward. I want to do a singles feud. I don't think this will work. It was never about. Well, I think this is going to take away from the HOW. I think this is going to take away from the War Games build. I don't think this is good for the Fed. That was never said.
And see, War Games isn't built in matches; it's built in segments.
Yes, yes. Always has been from the very first one. It's always been built in segments, and it's always been built in a team atmosphere. That's why the tag team tournament was part of this build for this pay-per-view period, because it's essential. If you want to win War Games and win the world title, your team's got to win. It's all about team, and if you can't get that,
Then let me
Now-
ask. Let me ask.
now
this.
we're in Matrix Revolutions, America. We're like we're like 3 dreams deep.
Let me ask this: do you think that that's probably what's hurt War Games buildup is the fact that it's not the team mentality? Because
Yes.
I mean, in all honesty, I can speak for at least the team that I'm on, but we have not done any segments together.
None. I totally agree with what you just said. 120%.
And that's why I was so happy that finally Witness approached me about it.
Yeah,
About
he
doing a thing
actually
with me.
he actually did a good segment. Max was like, I didn't get with Witness. We were supposed to do a segment, but he actually wrote a segment that incorporated Max, and it was a good segment.
Well,
on
no,
the show.
we worked together on it.
Oh, you did?
I,
Well,
I,
seriously,
didn't- I got a segment because I didn't know he'd already got a segment.
gotcha. And here's my problem with the last show. Oh, because of all the bitch fit about the Scottywood match, dude. The whole rest of the show was fucking good. The segments were very, very solid. The main event was greatly written by Mike. The rest of the show was fucking great, and I even liked the Scottywood match for the heat that it would project afterwards. Obviously, a couple of people didn't, but that took all the shit that happened after that took away from the rest of the show, and that's another thing that pissed me off about everything that happened. But it is what it is. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We hit the 52-minute mark. When we come back, we'll keep talking HOW. I have to piss, and I promise I will stand up when I do it. We'll get Eric back in on here. We'll get Ben's thoughts on it because he's been a Fed owner for at least the last 35 years, and he's put up at least three or 4 shows during that time. I don't know. But we'll talk about all that. We'll be right back, folks.